What up everyone? So, there's this thing in the sky. It's actually like 21 degrees of nice weather. I don't know where it came from, so I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to commute to work, and I've got something worrying in my mind. I don't know about you, but I'm always thinking sort of like, what would I buy if money was no object, what bike would I have? And I always choose something different every time. Don't know why. And let me talk you through my thought process, and I want you to chip in and add your bit to the party. Right then, let's go to work. This has genuinely not happened enough this year. Can't believe this, it's absolutely beautiful. So as I was saying, I'm a bit of a fantasizer, a bit of a daydreamer, I guess. And I'm always thinking like, what would I get if? What would I get if? So if money was no object, what bike would I buy? And what bike would you buy? Oh yeah, listen to her roar. It's so good. Sorry everybody. So here's the way I always think about this, right? You've got to categorise it. So it would be, what sports bike would I buy? What adventure bike would I buy? What cruiser would I buy? What, I guess, Supernaked would I buy? So let's start with Superbikes, yeah? They're the glamour, I guess, aren't they, in motorcycling? So my last sports bike I had was a K4 GSXR 600. Before that I had a K2, sorry, GSXR 600. Before that was my first big bike. I guess I had a GSXR 400 import. I'll put a picture in here. It was ridiculous. It was Lucky Strike paint. What a first bike. Like, I dread to think how much that would be worth now, but I sold it for about 1,700 quid. So you can tell, like, my sports bike repertoire is all just GSXRs, just low capacity 400s and 600 GSXRs. And if I think back to like sports bikes for me, it makes me think back to the time when I was a young lad, when I was like 18 and really like interested in sports bikes, and that was the only thing that's important, was fast bikes and, you know, race bikes and stuff. And I think I've always dreamed of having the 1998 R1. You know, that original first R1 in red and white. I think it still looks the absolute nuts. I still think it looks incredible now when you see a picture. I think they are the f***s. I think that I wouldn't have a modern sports bike. I mean, who am I kidding? I'd probably buy a Panigale or something, but because the Panigales, that would probably be what I'd go for in a modern bike. All the Japanese stuff nowadays is boring. It is the most bland looking stuff, and the Ducatis still look outrageous and just sexy. Oh my god, it's kids pickup time. Look at the state of this. I bet this is the same way you are. Look at this, children's pickup time. Double parked everywhere on an already quiet road. All to walk 100 yards to pick the kids up. Look at this. Look at this! For fuck's sake. Stay to that. Anyway. So R1 from that era and GSXRs from that era, GSXR like K1, yeah, K1 60,000s, they're all producing about 160 horsepower, which is absolutely like rapid. That is so fast. And I don't think you need any more than that. I don't need a 200 brake horsepower superbike. So my answer is, if I'm buying a superbike, money is no object, I'm buying an absolutely immaculate bog stock R1 from 1998, and it's going to be red and white and sexy and still do all the good stuff. I still would pull up and look at it standing still and think, yeah, you're the boy. Next category, the easy one to answer, is cruiser. And I'm sat on it. There is not a better cruiser. I'm going to say cruiser style. I'm sure there's like cruiser tourers, which would be better than this one, because this is not that at all. Well, you know, Sunday afternoon blaster on, like, basically, oh, get your words out, James. So basically, you've either got to choose a Sportster, haven't you, or a Harley of some sort. And a Harley, if it gets wet, the toys come out, don't they, and it corrodes. Like, have you ever seen a Harley that's ridden a lot? The condition's awful, the build quality on them is terrible, and I hate chrome. Chrome does not do anything for me. So when I see all these old Harleys covered in chrome, nah, not for me. So the Triumph Bobber is the ultimate in this category, in my opinion. I mean, tell me if you think differently, please tell me. But for me, if I could buy anything else, it wouldn't be a Road King, a Road Glide, a Sport Glide. This Bobber is the best looking in that category. And while we're at it, I'm going to throw in the works, because this wins that category as well. You know the modern retro? Nobody does it like a Triumph. Triumph have got the heritage and they've got the modern technology to make these modern retros. And the Bobber's the best one of them as well. Your T120s and stuff are nice, and that Thruxton, I do like that Thruxton, but still, if I was choosing one over the other, I would definitely choose a Bobber over any of those. Now, we move into adventure bike, somewhere close to my heart with Big Sexy. So I wouldn't want, I don't see the point in like an off-road big bike. There's no need. Sorry, mate. You wanted to go then. You know, like the like a KTM Adventure R that's all geared up for off-road. We can't take that off-road. None of me, you, none of us are doing anything on that off-road at all. You might say you are, but you'd still be better off. Thank you very much. You'd still be better off on a smaller bike. If you were going off-road at all, them monsters are not the one. So we're not getting the most out of that. So they're out completely. So I'd get something with more road focused tyres. That's where I'm getting at with this. So a bit more road focused tyres, sort of. I would still go large capacity. I can't wrap my head around like a 900. I'm sure they're unbelievable, but if I'm sitting touring and doing motorway mileage and stuff, I want a big lump. I want a big lump between my legs, baby. I want a big girl. I want a comfy big girl. I would not buy a GS, although I probably should buy a GS. I think that's sort of well documented. GSs are the best if you're going to tour on one, but it's the obvious choice and they are boring. Like, BMWs lack so much soul, do you not think? They're like the most refined, unbelievable machines, but they lack so much soul. Right then, we'll pick the rest of this up. We'll talk tourers again after work. I've only got a couple of hours to do tonight. Oh, I gave him a late nod. So let me go and do my few hours of work, put a few people through the paces, and we'll restart this in 3 hours. Okay, curveball guys, as you can probably tell, it's not 3 hours later, it's a day later, about 24 hours later to be exact, and I'm on a different bike. So where we left off before my audio died, you're going to see, we're going to jump back to the yesterday later on, but I got home, went to edit the video, and the audio was terrible. It went all staticky, so yeah, we've had to come and do it again. So what I was saying was, adventure bike / tourer bike. I wouldn't buy a GS because they are just too much of an obvious choice. They're the most expensive thing for the least amount of performance. I know you could say that the performance is in the refinement and all that sort of stuff, but I just think there are better options out there. I wouldn't buy a Tiger for the same reasons. I just think they just don't excite you, do they? You know, when you look at the bike, it doesn't make me go, whoa, yeah, let's go out on that, oh yeah. So it narrows it down pretty much to me, anyway, to the KTM 1290 Super Adventure S, the one with the road wheels, not the R with the off-road big wheels, and the V4 Multistrada V4. And there's just no doubt, is there? They're both like 160, 170 horsepower. They've both got electronic suspension and radar and all that sort of stuff, like a 6-axis IMU, which I don't even know what a 6-axis IMU is, but like, if I want one, you know what I mean? So as much as I love Big Sexy because she's so simple and there's nothing to go wrong, if I had all the budget in the world, I would 100% buy the sexiest one of those two, which is the Ducati. And that leaves the Supernaked. So Supernakeds, we've got, of the ones I would go for, Yamaha, no thank you. Speed Triple, I do like the Speed Triple. I used to have a Street Triple 675R that was absolutely awesome. What a bike. That was like a license loser. It just encouraged you so much. So I probably wouldn't have that just because I've had one and I want to have something different. Then it's down to the Aprilia, the KTM Super Duke R, and the Street Fighter V4, Ducati Street Fighter V4. Now, I think when I think super naked, hyper naked thing, I think like extreme, like I say, license loser. Full on like mentalist bike, way more fun than a sports bike, all that sort of stuff. So by that account, although I think the Ducati is probably more beautiful, well, yeah, it's definitely more beautiful, it's a Ducati, I would go for the KTM Super Duke R Evo because it looks like the most angry, rampant, like aggressive thing to me. It looks like what I would expect it to look like, you know what I mean? I'm going to take my shade. Oh no, I'm going to leave my shades on. I'm in blinding sunlight. Again, 10th of October, still got sun. And it is warm, it's nice. So there we go. That is my list of what I would buy. So I'm going to cut back now to this road yesterday, where I'll do a little bit of a summary. So I'll see you yesterday. Time travel. So there are my choices. Right, sports bike, I'm going old school. I don't need a 200 horsepower. I don't need every electronical aid going to make me faster on track to ride it on the road. So in that case, I'd go sexy, old school, collector's item, R1 from 1998. And then, what did I say next? I forgot already. Oh yeah, this, yeah. Like cruiser / modern retro, I would have the Bobber. It was always my dream bike. And yeah, I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. Watch out, rabbit. Oh, what the? Oh god. I nearly got pigeoned. Oh dear. Oh, fuel light, surprise. I must have done 50 miles. And then adventure bike, I'm going V4S Multistrada, bad boy bike. Supernaked, I've just said it. Super Duke Evo R, or what, Super Duke R Evo, whatever you think. Absolute weapon of a bike by the looks of it. But I can only buy one bike of those four. Right? That's if you could only choose one. Right? Look at this, by the way, tonight. What a beautiful night. It's early October. Yes, it's so good looking. Might have to pull over for an Insta banger. So if I could only buy one bike, it can't be the collector's item R1 because it's a collector's item. You don't want to bang loads of mileage on that, do you? So it can't be the R1. The Bobber, I adore it, but again, it does 60 miles to a tank, and the seat that I've got on it is impractical, and it's an impractical bike, which is why I love it. So it can't be the Bobber. Sorry if it's dark underneath here. As you can tell, it's pretty dusky out here, but very nice. So that leaves it between that Super Duke and the Multistrada. And realistically, the Multistrada is everything you'd ever want, isn't it? Woo-hoo-hoo! Listen to that. So Multistrada, we're talking 170 brake horsepower, V4 engine, all the creature comforts, all the tech, all the everything. Luggage, Go over any surface if you get the rally, which is I would get the rally. Go over any surface. The KTM is going to be too user friendly, isn't it? You couldn't tour, couldn't go around the Pyrenees on the Super Duke. So there we go. If I could only have one bike and money was no object, I would. Oh, it's a bit of a boring answer, isn't it? That's not pulling over there. It's a boring. I think it's a bit boring. I didn't expect to be boring. Let's pull over here. Oh, there's a bit of tarmac. How nice is that? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So there we go. They're my choices. Oh, she's looking majestic. I love it. Woo-hoo. People say all the time, don't they? If you don't still look at your bike and think, oh yeah, that's amazing, then you bought the wrong bike. Thanks, brother. Some people, I love them. Don't you just love people? Can I just say, everyone, thank you so much for all the lovely comments that I'm getting from people, and it's so encouraging. You know, when you do something like this and make these YouTube videos, you do get a bit self-conscious and like second guess yourself and things. But when I post a video up lately, and you know, people start subscribing to the channel and people start enjoying the videos and commenting, and the same person comments twice and things like that, it's so encouraging. It's so nice. So it makes it all worth it. So thank you all so much for the kind words and subscribing to the channel. Yeah, I'm really enjoying doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to try and do it through the winter, which is going to be difficult, but I'll do my best for you. So that being said, tootle home now. I'm only 5 minutes that way, so I'm going to tootle off home. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to comment below, what bike would you buy? Money, no object, what would you buy? Either do the one bike for all, that you can only own one, or do as I've done and list what bikes would you buy. Alright, see you in the next one.